there are many differences between Canada and Korea. In our house, there are many animals and we have a backyard. In Korea, we live in an apartment. There are not many animals and no backyard. First of all, in Canada, we live in a house, and in Korea, we live in an apartment because in Korea, we live in cities and there are many people. Second, there are many animals in Canada like bear, moose, and beavers. In Canada, we have a backyard. In Korea, there are no backyard because we live in the city. In conclusion, I like
Dear
Korea
parents,
best.
teachers, and fellow students, Canada has a number of very interesting symbols. Do you know what Canadian symbol? First, polar bears live in Arctic, which is a very cold place. They don't stay in one place. They travel across the snow and pack ice looking for food. Sometimes they swim out to the sea. In Canada, they live in Manitoba, the coldest place in Canada. They may dance for their babies. In December, the female bear gives birth to the cubs. Do you have a favorite food? Polar bears do. Seal is their favorite food. They hunt seal during winter. They hide near seals' breathing hole. And when the seals come out, the bear kills and eats the seal.
From between Canada and Korea. In Canada, we live in a house, we have a backyard and speak English. But in Korea, we live in apartment, we have no backyard and speak Korean. First of all, in Canada, we live in a house, and in Korea, we live in an apartment. Because Canada is big country and Korea is small country. Second, in Canada, we have a backyard, and in Korea, we don't have backyard. I like having a backyard. Finally, in Canada, we speak English, and in Korea, we speak Korean. Is Korea's national language. In conclusion, Korea and Canada are very different. I like Korea and Canada. Thank you.
There are many differences between Canada and Korea. In Canada, we speak English and French. It is quiet, and we don't eat spicy food. But in Korea, we speak Korean. It is loud, and we eat spicy food. First of all, in Canada, we speak English and French. In Korea, we speak Korean. Second, in Canada, it is quiet, and in Korea, it is loud because in Korea we have a lot of construction. Finally, in Canada, people don't eat spicy food, and in Korean, people like spicy food. In conclusion,
There are
love
many
both
differences between Canada and Korea. In Canada, we speak English, we live in a house, and we have a backyard. In Canada, there are very many animals. In Korea, we speak Korean, we live in an apartment, and we don't have a backyard. In Korea, there are not very many animals. First of all, in Canada, we speak English, and in Korea, we speak Korean. Korea people speak English, but they are just learning. Second, in Korea, Canada, we live in a house and we have a backyard. In Canada, we live in an apartment and we don't have a backyard because Canada is big country and Korea is small country. Finally, in Canada, there are very many animals, and in Korea, there are not very many animals.
Canada, Korea. In Canada, we speak English, but in Korea, we speak Korean. In Canada, we usually live in a house, but in Korea, we usually live in an apartment. In Canada, we have a backyard, but in Korea, we don't have backyard. First of all, in Canada, we speak English, but in Korea, we speak Korean. Because Canada and second Korea. So in addition, Canada has different food than Korea. In conclusion, Canada and Korea has many differences. That is why I like both countries.
I will introduce the animal that has brown fur and long claws. Do you know what animal this is? Good afternoon, teachers, parents, and fellow students. Today I'll introduce some interesting facts about grizzly bears. Listen carefully and you will learn about this furry mammal. The grizzly bear is the second largest carnivore animal in North America. The grizzly bear is considered to be a meat eater. They are as small as chipmunks, about 1 kilogram when they are born. They stay with the mom for 2 or 3 summers. They are born in January and February. They are born during hibernation, so they are born in a bear den. The grizzly bear's predators are humans, coyotes, foxes, and wolverines. People catch them because they use their fur to make
We're going to talk about an animal that is graceful, quick, and has fur stomachs. Do you know what creature I'm talking about? Good afternoon, parents, teachers, and fellow students. I'm going to talk about the white-tailed deer. The white-tailed deer's average height is 68 to 104 centimeters. Male's average weight is 68 to 141 kilograms, and female's weight is 41 to 96 kilograms. Males have large antlers that make them look taller. In the summer, the brown coat turns grayish. The underside of the tail is white. They eat grass and leaves. They will eat berries and mushrooms too. Deer also eat the grain that is left in farmers' fields after the harvest. The white-tailed deer eats its food twice. The deer starts eating early in the morning. It fills the first stomach and it goes to second stomach. The deer can bring the food back up to its mouth and chew it well. The chewed food goes to the third and fourth stomach.
Teachers and fellow students, do you know one Canadian animal that looks like it is very harmless? The answer is the raccoon. Today I will introduce the raccoon to you. Raccoons have black fur that grows under its eyes. It looks like it is wearing a mask. Second, raccoons don't have many enemies. The raccoons are fierce, so it doesn't have many enemies. A cat or wolf may attack the raccoon, but it can fight them off. Men sometimes use dogs to hunt the raccoon, but a raccoon will even fight off 2 or 3 dogs. Finally, I will talk about the raccoon's birth weight, lifespan, and babies. At birth, the weight of the raccoon is about 20 centimeters. The average life expectancy of a raccoon is about 2 to 3
Do you
years.
know what animal is on the Canadian $1 coin? It is a beautiful bird called the loon. Loons are good swimmers and good divers. Good afternoon, parents, teachers, and fellow students. What do loons look like? This small, beautiful bird weighs 1 to 2.5 kilos. Their length is 58 to 74 centimeters. They have a gray head, a vibrant purple throat, a stout body, long neck, and ruby red eyes. In the winter, their feathers change color from black and white to blackish brown. The loon can be seen on the Pacific coast and in bodies of water across Canada. They live in deep water such as ocean, bays, channels, and freshwater lakes. In the water, they eat small fish, aquatic vegetation, insects, and frogs. Their enemies are raccoons, gulls, and crows. Also, humans can be their enemies, but if we know about them, we can be good friends too.
Good afternoon, teachers, parents, and fellow students. Do you know what this animal is? I will tell you about the moose. It has large ears, a wide droopy nose, and an overhanging top lip. A long flap of fur-covered skin dangles under the chin. The adult has a dark brown coat. The young are reddish brown. The males are taller and heavier than the females. The moose can grow to be over 3 meters in length and a shoulder height of over 2 meters. Bears can weigh 600 kilograms. Our antlers can range from 120 to 150 centimeters. Moose are large animals. They have to eat a lot of food every day.